G'day guys, how's it going? Elvie here from Adventuring Pals, and this is a bit of an odd video. I kind of want to explain to you guys what's happening, why I haven't been posting many videos on YouTube, and where we are at with our life. Because I think last time I posted a video, or a travel video anyway, we were just getting to Tasmania in a rooftop tent. Well, we spent 3 months in Tasmania, traveling a lot, working, and probably another month after that we worked in Townsville, and a few weeks in between all that traveling, picking up a new caravan. Yes, we finally got a caravan. Awesome, loving it. But the reason I haven't been posting on YouTube is because I'm really struggling to find time to edit videos, especially the way that I edit. It takes a long time for me to edit videos, so I have to do a lot of voiceovers. That's kind of my bad for not being able to shoot and talk to the camera while we're traveling because of kids having issues, or I get shy around other people when I'm out and about. So I rely heavily on doing voiceovers, which doesn't come easy when we're doing editing as well, because once again, I find it really hard to get quiet time to even talk to a camera, even at home or in the caravan or whatever, because now we are actually homeschooling our kids, which is different, because last time we traveled I didn't have to do that, but this time around we're doing homeschooling. And between that, feeding the boys, dropping off Ashlyn and picking her up from work, and everything else that we do in between, I really don't get much time to sit down and edit a video. And just my setup doesn't make it any easier too, because it takes a long time to get everything up and running and into the editing mode. But so I'm going to try and what I'm going to try and do is change up my editing style to be a bit more vloggy, even though it's a vlog already, but a lot more talking to the camera about where we are at the time of being there. Try my best to do that, see how I go with that. And also the other thing is, because I'm like 3 or 4 months behind where we are on editing the video, I find it really hard to get motivated to get back into an editing. Would you believe it? I'm parked up here on the side of the road in the middle of the bush, trying to talk to the camera, and someone's rocked up at the same spot. So I'll see you in a minute. That's what's going to happen with our videos going forward. But quickly, just to catch you up on what have we been up to. So obviously we spent 3 months in Tassie, like I said, and then I put a deposit down on a caravan in Gympie, of all places, away from Hervey Bay. So I put a deposit down on a brand new caravan, a run out 23 model in Gympie. We left Tassie, smashed that up to Brizzy, spent a week there with my family and Ash's family, and then we drove up to Gympie, picked up our caravan, drove home to Hervey Bay, stayed in Hervey Bay for a week, attended our friend's wedding, which is awesome, and then towed it up to Townsville in 3 days, or 2 days, 3 days, and then we've been working in Townsville for a month. We've just finished working in Townsville, we've hitched up again, and we've got 2 weeks of traveling before we again in north of Townsville in Atherton. So that's where we're at, and we're going to be parked up in Atherton for a month working. But for the first time, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be living out of our caravan while we are on a work stint. So that's going to be something new for us, because normally we get a place, whether it be a cabin at a caravan park or a unit or something like that, just a bit more permanent. Because before this we had an expander, which is, you know, pop out beds, canvas and pop top roof, and when you're spending a whole month parked up in one place, it gets a bit worrisome, because you're worried about, you know, the rain and water and just lots of stuff, security and everything like that. So this time around, now we've got a full caravan. I want to give this a go and see how it goes, just because I'm sick of bloody packing everything up, moving into an Airbnb for a month and packing everything out and moving on to the next one. That's getting really annoying for me, especially with now the boys are bigger and we have all this extra stuff for homeschooling and this and that. And just to hopefully we have a bit more routine in our caravan. See how it goes. I might hate it. It's a pretty small caravan. It's only an 18-foot caravan. Talking of which, yeah, let's talk about that. Our caravan that we picked up, it's a new gen ATNF, so a single axle off-road caravan. It's got about 500 kilo payload, which I'm right on the limits, and I'm trying to cut back on weight so I can get other stuff. Like I want to get a barbecue, so I'm trying to see where I can cut back weight so I can do that. That with our car is working out really well. The Ranger's towing it amazingly. But once again, because I've got the rooftop tent on my car too, we really want to keep the rooftop tent for when we go remote. You know, when we go to WA and Arnhem Land, that kind of stuff. I really want to have a rooftop tent so we can go camping, even when we go home to Gari. But because of that big heavy camper setup that I've got in the back of the ute, I'm always a bit worried about not really my GVM or GCM. I'm pretty good for that, but more my rear axle capacity, I'm always on the borderline for that. So once again, I'm trying to shave kilos where I can. I've probably already got about 30 kilos I can get rid of it off the back axle. When we go back home, I'll offload some stuff that will save us about 30 kilos. So, but everything else is pretty good. We just under all our weight, so that's good to know anyway. The caravan is really nice. We're loving this caravan. It's real nice. We have had a couple of little minor warranty issues already straight off the bat with the brand new caravan, which is not uncommon these days. You know, you got to iron out these things. We had our microwave stop working after a couple of goes, and actually, funny enough, it hasn't worked for us since day 2. Like the first day it worked, day 2 stopped working, and then last weekend we were out camping before we left Townsville, and it just started working again all of a sudden just before we left. So anyways, but they've already approved a new microwave to be sent up to be put in. A couple of minor little things like some cracks on the door handle. The fridge didn't work on gas straight off the bat, which is nothing to do with the caravan manufacturer. It's a different brand of fridge, but they were good. They sent a tech out in Townsville to have a look at it, got new parts and put it in before we left Townsville, so that was good. That's all good again. We only have one 100 amp hour AGM battery, which is, well, we had a 120 amp hour in the Jayco, but in the Jayco we never had an issue with that battery. So in this caravan, once again we have a 3-way fridge. It's a lot bigger fridge. We have a lot more lights. We don't have any fans in there yet, which I really need to get some fans in there because it's hot up on North Queensland, and when we're off grid with no fans, she can get a bit she can get a bit much until late in the evening when it cools down, or in the night time when it cools down. But that's all the minor stuff that I can do myself. So I'm contemplating changing my AGM battery to 200 or 120 amp hour lithium batteries. Managing the chargers and everything can handle it. Just got to change it, the settings on it. So that should be a pretty easy changeover, especially for myself being a Sparky. But apart from that, everything else is going really well. We're really loving traveling in that new caravan. With the boys are liking their bunk space. We're liking I'm liking not having to open up beds and pop up the roof. Not that it takes much effort at all. Like if we still had the expander, I'd happily live with that. The caravan did cost us a lot, and because we bought the new car as well in late last year, we are right up it with our finances are way down. So that's why we're working a lot more than we did on our last trip around the country. But hey, that's the life. At least we're still on the road and traveling. And to be honest, both the work stints we've had have been awesome. Echelon's made some great friends at work, and it's been a great way for us to socialise and the boys to meet new kids and stuff. So yeah, it's working out really well. Don't know what much more I can say about it on this video, but in the next fortnight you'll see a video of us starting to travel again from Townsville, heading out, just to give you an idea of what we're doing. We're just leaving Townsville. It's Jaden's birthday in a week's time. We're out here right now at Mount Surprise. We're out here at a creek having a swim because it's a hot afternoon. The boys are in the water. I've already had a quick swim and just cooling off before the evening. So from here we're going to go do some like lava tubes and hot springs and that kind of stuff, and then make our way to the coast to Port Douglas. Jaden's birthday, he loves fish and the reef and snorkeling, so we're going to treat the whole family to a outer reef snorkeling experience, which I'll be honest, I love snorkeling, but I'd rather just walk off the beach and do it like we do at home in Harvey Bay or in the Ningaloo. Boats and me don't mix anymore. I don't know what's happened, but I tend to get pretty crook on the boat, so we'll see how that goes. But sucking it up for the family, for Jaden, get out in there, outer reef. He's going to have a great time. I hope the weather's good. And then from there, not a lot happening. We're going to be in Atherton stopped working for a month. But by that time, I'll be posting up the videos again. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you well. Wish me luck on my attempts to try and get a bit more regular uploads. Like I said, I'm going to try and do it every fortnight, and if I can manage it, I'll put the catch-up videos in between, or it'll be videos. I'll have a lot of videos where I want to talk about particular things that I've done to this car and my Triton, and why, and the pros and cons and that kind of stuff. So I have a lot more of those types of videos I want to do too, which is easy for me to make, because I'll just turn the camera on like this, talk to it, edit it nice and easy with some B-roll. Those are quick and easy to do. But because I'm so backlogged, it's just hard for me to make a new video when I have 3 months of vlogs to catch up on. Anyways, thanks very much for watching. Hope you're well. Catch ya on the next one.